Shane Gillis was never supposed to be successful. Getting fired from Saturday Night Live before you even step on the stage, and being canceled online before people know your name, would be the end of the road for most up-and-coming comics. But Shane Gillis isn't one of them, because when a comic is so naturally funny...
Mr. Trump, how do you feel about gay rights? I like it, but they're going a little overboard with the dancing.
so unapologetically themselves.
Nah, man, my apartment's black as shit. So
what do you have in your apartment that makes it black as shit?
I can't think of the name of it.
Other people's stuff?
And has given us countless hilarious moments.
Look who's back, Shane Gillis, bringing a six-pack. So this is Chen. She's a transgender Asian woman.
Oh,
Success doesn't really stay away for long. Not only did his unfiltered style and fearless energy help him rise back up from any occasion, but today, he's one of the most loved comics on the internet. However, not everyone on the receiving end of Shane's humor walks away smiling. Because one thing that's certain is that Shane never backs down when anyone tries to come at him.
Son, my guy's nice.
By the way,
that's follow.
These guys are
Really?
awesome.
Yeah.
They're having fun.
Yeah.
For you guys to sit here and be like,
Wait a minute.
let's bring it up and mock them. That's fucked up, dude.
And if someone pushes him far enough, he has no problem humiliating them in the process.
here's my order. Yo, get fired. Get fired. I will make sure you don't work here anymore.
Hey, order.
Real. You fucking absolute nobody.
It's your boy Luesta, live from Lu Extras, and these are the victims of Shane Gillis. But before we get into all of that, it's important to understand Shane's journey and how he rose to fame, as a lot of these interactions make way more sense with that context. Shane Gillis started doing stand-up in 2012, and while he was slowly but steadily climbing through the comedy world, most people didn't know his name until September of 2019, when SNL announced him as a new cast member. For Shane, this was supposed to be the big break, but that moment didn't last very long. Almost immediately after the announcement, clips from an old podcast resurfaced, where Shane had allegedly made racist jokes about Asian people. The backlash was intense, but by the very next morning, major news outlets were already labeling him a racist. So just 4 days after being hired, SNL removed him from the cast. But instead of stepping away from comedy altogether, he kept performing and instantly noticed a difference.
Do you feel like there is any positives from it over time?
For sure.
Have you started to notice any positives?
I noticed positives immediately.
Did you really?
Yeah, for sure. Like you go on stage and people are like, "Oh shit, this is,
This is who this is.
this is that guy."
Oh wow! So you went.
I had zero, and then to like, "Oh, this guy's good."
Plus, the controversy brought a wave of new attention to his podcast with Matt McCusker. Riding that momentum, Shane launched his own comedy skit show on YouTube in December of 2020, alongside comedian and filmmaker John McEver. And it turned out to be the best possible move for Shane, as viewers were instantly impressed by how original and genuinely funny the content was.
Hello, I'm Bob Isis of Isis Toyota, and we have a great collection of pre-owned certified Toyotas. But there's one thing I want to make very clear, and it's that we have nothing to do with the terrorists over there in the Middle East right now. And that's why we are the good ISIS.
When you get fired from SNL and then go on to make funnier content, God, this is the best sketch comedy on the internet. About a year later, Shane released his first stand-up special for free on YouTube, which sits at over 50 million views as of right now. Around the same time, he also started appearing on popular comedy podcasts like JRE, The Past Weekend with Theo Von, and Flagrant. This exposure pushed him straight into the mainstream comedy spotlight. Netflix recognized his potential in 2023 and straight up purchased his second special, Beautiful Dogs. They also signed him for his very own comedy show in 2024. And in a full circle moment, nearly 4.5 years after firing him, SNL invited him back to host an episode.
I was fired from this show a while ago, but if don't look that up, please. If you don't know who I am, please don't Google that. It's fine. Don't even worry about it.
But getting this kind of comeback doesn't mean that everyone suddenly forgets the past. Because along the way, there were people who had a whole lot to say about Shane when he was down. And years later, when those paths crossed again, not everyone walked away looking great. Even though some popular comics actually defended Shane at the time of his cancellation, most people from the industry simply tossed him under the bus. And one of the biggest names to publicly criticize him was Nikki Glaser. When she went on the Howard Stern show later that month, she talked about how he deserved to be fired.
Should Shane Gillis have been fired from Saturday Night Live? Yeah.
You should have been.
I mean,
I don't even know what he said, but
it just wasn't. I mean, if I was caught saying those things, I would expect that I would not be on SNL.
She acted as if this was some kind of brave take, and she wasn't simply repeating the popular narrative online. And to make it look even more performative, she said that the jokes made her uncomfortable, which makes no sense considering that Shane was talking about East Asians and Nikki is a white woman.
Yeah.
I know that's not the popular thing to say in the comedy community, but I was uncomfortable watching what he said.
Shane later addressed this on Ari Schaefer's Skeptic Tank, talking about how those comments made him feel, and how this real-life interaction with Nikki was even stranger.
Nikki Glaser did Howard Stern and talked about how I should be fired. And then the next time I saw her, she was like, have you gotten help? Are you going to get help? Like, and I was like,
help with
who
what?
are these people? Like
therapy?
She was like, it's like PT, like, yeah, it's like it. I was like, weren't you just on Howard Stern saying I deserve to be fired?
But these words eventually came back to humiliate her in front of millions. Because in 2022, during Bert Kreischer's Fully Loaded tour, both Shane and Nikki ended up on the same lineup. So when they all sat down for an episode, you could feel the tension in the room right away.
God damn it, Nikki, you spilled coffee on me.
Oh, I'm so
This sucks.
Even if we don't get to do a show tonight, I had so much fun today. And
that slide.
It's nice that we get this hang, because I was kind of getting sad because we have to leave at midnight tonight as opposed to having a long hang afterwards. What are you laughing at? God.
Barely a few minutes into the episode, Shane began brutally trolling her.
I like to watch the faces of people around her when she's going.
And what do you see in those faces, Shane? What do you observe and what makes you giggle?
I see people's souls leaving their fucking bodies.
I do this for a living, Shane. It's really insulting.
I'm sorry.
When Nikki picked up on the bitter energy from Shane, she tried to smooth things over.
You know what? One thing about this trip that I've actually really loved is that I love this guy now. And I think that I didn't know him before.
Yeah.
But considering how disingenuous it came off, you could clearly see the disdain on Shane's face.
And we weren't friends and we started off on a bad foot, but
For real?
and I was like scared to like even be on this trip with him.
Damn it. Really?
Sorry.
Yeah, like just because I just don't want it to be tense. Not but
add some
I would
levity
have
to
been.
this
You know what I'm saying?
conversation.
I would have been.
When she brought up the fact that she'd apologized to him on Instagram, Shane didn't even pay any attention and walked away while she was talking, making her look even more desperate.
Why did you start off on a bad foot?
I would have probably turned down these dates if we hadn't made up on Instagram prior
Wait,
to getting offered.
I'm so confused. How did you make up on
This
Instagram?
took a turn.
You want to look at people's faces now, Shane?
Holy hell.
Can I get a beer?
And it's not awkward at all. I don't think Shane. I'm sorry I brought it up. We can totally not talk about it.
She eventually admitted that she was embarrassed by her comments on the Howard Stern show.
I was on Stern and I said like stupid shit about commenting on his SNL thing. And I didn't expect to get asked about it, and I just said stuff. I don't even know what I said. I wouldn't even want to revisit. I'm embarrassed of what I said.
And even after that, he kept poking at her, to the point where Nikki was looking visibly self-conscious and awkward on camera.
And then let me just do an experiment where, what if I was wrong? What would that look like? And then you go, oh, I kind of sucked. What, are you doing it again?
No, it's good.
Viewers were quick to notice this energy once the episode went live, and they were fully on Shane's side. 8 minutes in and Shane crushed Nikki's soul. She's a little too insecure to be around Shane. She should be. She immediately threw him under the bus publicly when the SNL stuff happened. Now she's embarrassed that he's still around, and more successful and funnier than she ever was. But Nikki wasn't the only well-known comic who struggled to handle Shane's rise. Over the years, Shane has appeared on the Flagrant podcast multiple times. And when he first came onto the podcast back in October of 2021, Shane was just starting to break through. Andrew Shulz, on the other hand, was at the absolute peak of his career. And you could see that difference in confidence very easily.
Today, we are joined by one of my favorite comics working today. Absolutely hilarious.
Yep.
Newly, I don't want to, you were already famous, but now you're famous for a good reason.
The right reason.
The right reason. Newly viral sensation Shane Gillis is in the building.
Oh,
Let's go.
Doing his 20th podcast in the West.
Overall, that first episode was pretty normal. Just a rising comic sitting across from someone who clearly felt like the alpha in the room. But by the time Shane returned for his second appearance in October of 2022, that dynamic had shifted completely. Shane had just released his Netflix special, which was performing really well. Meanwhile, more and more people were starting to criticize Shulz's content and his on-camera personality. So during this episode, every time Andrew tried to assert his comedic dominance over Shane, it didn't land the way he expected. In fact, right from the beginning, Shane started poking at him by mentioning that he'd beaten him at FIFA just before the podcast.
Listen, I'm stoked for you, The Daily Show. I think good things will happen.
Yeah.
Obviously, we just played FIFA. You're feeling pretty good about yourself.
I'm actually still uncomfortable from that.
Why?
I had adrenaline going during that.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't lose in front of your the bros in here actively cheering for you. Come on, Andrew!
They're cheering for you,
Andrew,
asshole.
come on!
On the surface, it sounds pretty harmless, but if you've watched Andrew for any amount of time, you know how massive of an ego he has. And you could tell that that comment got under his skin, because Andrew immediately went on the offensive, trying to take control of the room.
It's so hard going to my conservative family. Oh, my family's so conservative.
No, my family is not
Lean
that
back,
conservative.
dude. Hey.
I'm here. Now I'm definitely leaning forward.
Now, Andrew has a history of getting borderline disrespectful with guests when he feels challenged.
Are you in a relationship? What's going on?
Why
do you look at me with these faces like it's difficult?
She can't control that.
Is listening hard for you? This is what it looks like when you're listening. This is you listening, right? This is you. I'm not talking. What do I do with my face while the other people talk?
But this time, it did not work. As the episode went on, Shane only got more comfortable.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, well, thank you for giving us the energy for the question we didn't ask.
No, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, excited
What's
about
your problem, dude?
Excited
You had a
about
bad attitude
SNL?
when I called
Excited
you
about
today.
that.
The harder Andrew tried to dominate the conversation, the more embarrassing it got for him. When he eventually crossed the line, Shane had no problem calling him out for it.
What have you guys been up to?
Shit, bro, Shane actually has been working out, dude. This is fucking crazy.
Let's see it. Hold on.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Bro, you look good. Is this from West Point? Congrats.
I don't think that's funny.
But yeah, I see that. I see why.
Now, for a bit of context, Shane has openly talked about having family members with Down syndrome, and he's made some self-targeted jokes about it before.
Anyway, my whole family's here, so I'll talk about them instead of anything else. Talk about my family. I'll tell you this. I don't know if you guys, if you can tell by looking at me, but I do have family members with Down syndrome. It almost got me. I dodged it, but it nicked me. It nicked me.
But the difference here was that Andrew tried to turn it into a bit to mock Shane by pulling up TikToks of people with Down syndrome. And instead of being edgy or clever, it just came off as lame. This is the kind of humor you would expect from a middle schooler, not a comic with millions of followers.
But that's not me, so yeah. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't get the joke. What are you saying?
Yeah, it's okay, dude. It's okay.
That should have been his clue to drop it and move on. But he kept dragging the joke to the point where Shane started looking visibly annoyed.
Nice. By the way,
that's wild.
These guys are awesome.
Yeah.
They're having fun.
Yeah.
For you guys to sit here and be like,
wait a minute.
Let's bring it up and mock them. That's up, dude.
Andrew's competitive nature just wasn't letting him back down, not realizing that he had already made a fool of himself by this point.
You're insulting them by saying I look like them? Or you're insulting me by saying I look like them?
This is you back in your victim thing.
No, I'm not being a victim. I'm saying the jokes you're doing is not, it's not like...
It's not PC?
That's not cool.
And you don't even have to look far to see how viewers felt about it. A quick scroll through the comments says everything. Shane is an incredibly difficult person to bully. My boy Andrew trying hard. Shane truly makes Andrew look like a soft little guy who cannot take a joke. He has to always have the last laugh. Gillis makes Shulz seem like an industry plant. But somehow, the difference became even more obvious during Shane's third appearance on the podcast. By now, a lot of people in the community were already growing tired of how pretentious Andrew had started to sound. There comes a point in time in which these comics start to buy into their own BS wholeheartedly and become incredibly annoying. Dudes like Shulz take themselves so incredibly serious and portray themselves as some quasi-philosophers. More of this came from his habit of saying the most basic things and presenting them as if he had just uncovered some deep truths about the universe.
Like, imagine AI steps in and interferes with narrative and agenda.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
But when he did it during this third episode, Shane called him out on it immediately. And he did it so bluntly, even Andrew's own boys couldn't help but laugh.
White people been on that, bro.
Yeah, I have everything I need, and I'm not happy as angst.
Feel.
Whoa.
You got your nails painted. You look like an angst.
You know what I mean?
I love Schultz
What are
epiphanies.
you talking about?
Schultz epiphanies are my favorite.
Yo.
He repeats a statement. He's like,
That's crazy though. It's true.
Schultz epiphanies.
That should be making you gasses
So
you though,
good,
right?
dude.
When Schultz
I know
has
when
a
he
you're
quotes you.
I did it, yo! I did it!
Later in the episode, Andrew tried the same thing again, saying something super basic about drugs and alcohol.
This is gonna sound weird, but like I think drugs are almost like a necessary component to dealing with life in the way we have to live it. You know what I mean? Like I don't think you need to do drugs if you're in Alaska. Yeah.
I think if you're in Alaska,
oh my God.
you need drugs.
This time, Shane didn't even have to do anything, as Andrew started getting mocked by Akash instead. Shout out to Shane for calling out Andrew on his bullshit. You know he had a talk with his yes men after the podcast to never do that again. Regardless of all of this, the relationship between Shane and Andrew still seems to be in a good place. Shane's been back on Flagrant ever since then, and there's no tension or weird energy between them. But the same can't be said for the next interaction, because this time, Shane's opponent started straight up threatening him. This moment happened on Bobby Kelly's podcast, You Know What Dude, and it was before Shane's SNL controversy. So at that point, Shane was still relatively unknown, and Bobby clearly saw him as just another struggling comedian. But Bobby came in hot, talking down to Shane, accusing him of being disrespectful, and acting like Shane should be a little more grateful just to be there.
I get all the young guys are laughing at him, but I don't think he gets the respect thing, you know what I mean?
You don't think I get the respect
20-something years.
Never.
You know, what do you got? Fucking, how many you got, Vers? What years you got?
16,
16,
yeah.
just shot a special, you know what I mean? #1 fastest fucking growing special on Comedy Central.
It almost felt like Bobby expected Shane to be starstruck. Like he wanted a certain level of idol treatment and wasn't getting it. And as the episode continued, his desperation only got worse. Like just a few minutes later, when Bobby noticed Shane had chewing tobacco in, he made a huge deal about it, talking down to him and once again, framing it as some kind of personal disrespect.
That's a friend. He just can't get mad.
Do you have chewing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Spit?
God.
He's failing, Liz.
How is that failing?
Because nobody likes to see your dumb.
No one's
Listen,
gonna see my spit.
Nobody wants to see you spit.
Oh,
You're on
this is on
camera.
Yes, you're being.
What do you
it's
think
on
this is?
YouTube.
I'm glad you watched the show.
Not
You
only
watched Well, if you watch it, you use your eyes.
All right.
A
You
tall
guys got
boy of
2
Bud
cigars.
Light?
There's 2 cigars.
Yeah, but we're not smoking them, you dick fart.
Why am I dick fart?
Because you're doing chew on my camera, and now my fans
Everyone
gonna
that's watching this is gonna be like, yo,
spit
fuck
that
yeah, that's
shit
sick
out.
this dude's doing
Liz,
skull right.
Liz.
You can actually see Shane's confusion here. He's clearly caught off guard by the sudden hostility and doesn't really understand where it's coming from.
Dude,
I'm
this
not
is the
checking
best.
shit. Get it out of your mouth. Spit it out. I don't want
can't.
chew in my sit there and watch. I'll throw up. Spit it out. Please.
Did you not tell him, Mush?
But Bobby somehow managed to escalate it even further. While they were talking about banning daddy-daughter dances, Shane made a joke about it, and that's when everything went completely off the rails.
I got a question. Do you, at the daughter-daddy dance, you guys swap daughters and grind with the other kids too?
No.
They made that joke last time.
They did?
Yeah.
When the joke didn't land, Bobby used it as another opportunity to patronize him. He tried to embarrass Shane by telling him to wear the bomb bandana.
Oh, I'm here. I'm out here.
Listen, but here's hang on one second.
When Hot in Here by Nelly plays, do you guys swap daughters?
Can you give this to him? That's called the bomb bandana.
That's not a bomb, dude. I'll stand by that.
No, you can't.
Shane refused, arguing that the joke wasn't that bad. And honestly, looking back now, a lot of people on the internet agree with him. But at the time, Shane pushing back sent Bobby into a full-blown crash out.
That was a bad one. You took a hot one. Take a hit.
What was bad about it?
I don't know. We didn't laugh.
What?
Nobody laughed.
You two are friends. You have no idea.
That doesn't matter. I laughed at you fucking 10 times already.
All right.
Don't fight. This is the wrong with this fucking shit generation. They can't take a hit. I can't take a hit. I've been smashed to shut the up. I've been smashed on my podcast. I take most of the hits and I laugh if it's funny. One thing not funny. This fucking dip spitting redneck deer sign mother. No, it's funny. It's not. You stink. You're overrated already. Shut the up. You never work in this club again.
From there, every time Shane tried to talk or crack another joke, Bobby kept cutting him off, calling him cocky and arrogant.
You don't
I love how Bobby didn't read the email. Bobby didn't read the email.
Get your shit together, this podcast. Stop acting so fucking cocky. You fucking
You think I'm cocky?
A little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my worst nightmare.
Oh,
Please
yeah.
don't say
All right,
that.
well, fucking tame it down a little bit.
All right.
For those of you who don't know, Bobby Kelly is a very successful comedian. He's been in a long list of movies and TV shows, and he's been around the industry for decades. And he made sure to hold all of this over Shane's head, indirectly threatening him that he could hurt his career.
Right. I'm sorry. He did a fucking grind and bump and grind thing. You didn't fucking say Jesus' name.
The bum and grind thing was funny. Yours was... the Sandy Hook joke you just made was inappropriate.
You don't want to work here, do you? You're done. Where's my phone? Where's SD?
But instead of firing back, Shane stayed calm. He kept his usual laid-back, unbothered energy the entire time. And ironically, that made Bobby look more insecure by comparison.
Smoked you up to come into the club. Everything I got is going into this kid working the fucking stand only. That's it. Go find out where that Pizza Hut is, because that's where you're working.
When the episode finally came out, despite all of Bobby's attempts to put Shane down, viewers actually enjoyed his appearance. And when the clip resurfaced years later, the public perception had completely flipped in Shane's favor. It's so funny watching in 2024. I have no idea who any of these people are except Shane. Shane is the man. They just jumped on him for no reason. A bunch of yes men and yes women. But none of these moments come even close to Shane's next face-off. Because back in June of 2022, when he appeared on an episode of Barstool Yak, what started as a normal podcast quickly turned into the most heated on-camera moment of his career. It was a case race episode, in which every person in the room basically tries to finish a 24-pack of beer before the others. So it's important to keep in mind that by the time this argument happened, everyone was absolutely hammered. Almost 1.5 hours into the episode, while Shane went to use the bathroom, Steven Chia, one of the producers and an East Asian guy, found out why Shane was fired from SNL and decided to confront him.
Did Shane Gillis say an anti-Asian joke?
Oh my God!
Yeah,
wait,
Wait, just told me.
Yeah.
All right, I'll wrestle him.
No, let's address that after the case.
But things escalated pretty quickly once Shane got back. You can probably guess how drunk this guy was, considering that he's struggling even to get his words out.
So, Shane, when you were in the bathroom, Steven said to us, he didn't know the SNL story. And he said, "Wait, did he make an Asian joke?"
I was told he made an Asian joke during
Yes.
the
What?
during the
Say again, or just one more time?
Shane tried explaining that he didn't mean the jokes, but for whatever reason, Steven decided that this was the moment to activate his hero complex. He said that he was defending the entire Asian community, and then went on to threaten Shane by saying he watches WWE, so he knows how to fight, which was just as cringe as it sounds.
I'll be honest, dude. This shit.
It's simple.
Look at Che in the eye.
You have two options.
All right, for real though, when it comes to goofing around about Asians, when I got fired from Saturday Night Live,
you giving guff?
I for real was just joshing, dude.
You was
giving guff.
You're either giving guff or you want to wrestle right now. You have two choices.
You have two choices. Giving guff or wrestle.
No, I have to defend like several billion people on this, so you're either giving guff or you are in wrestle.
what if
I will accept either. Before Shane answers, he should know that I watch WWE and WCW, and I watch Thunder, Nitro, Raw, and SmackDown. So whatever he accepts, I will abide by.
Even as Shane tried to keep things light, Steven kept pushing, saying he'd wrestle Shane.
Hold on, before you answer, this is either going to result in a fight between you and I, a wrestling match, or you're cool.
Okay. Well, I knew I would.
Think about it.
Yeah, think about it.
I'm going to take my glasses off to wrestle you.
Oh, you're okay, will you?
I'll be in there in 5 seconds.
You can actually see Shane starting to get annoyed here as he starts absolutely roasting him.
He will.
An absolute nobody.
Oh,
Shut up.
Oh, no.
Jay, come in.
You think I know who you are? I don't.
Never heard of you either.
Jay, come in.
Good.
So I know you're like a guy who's like an extra here at the office, and you're trying your best to like be a main character. Here's my order. Yo, get fired. Get fired. I will make sure you don't work here anymore.
Say your order.
For real.
This should have been the moment to move on, but maybe it hit a nerve. Or maybe Steven was too deep into whatever bit he thought this was. Because everything got completely out of control from here. Steven walked onto the set and started threatening Shane again.
Oh no! No!
And this is where things could have turned really ugly. Shane had also been drinking just as much, but instead of reacting, Shane stayed composed.
Yo, for real. Yo, is this your office?
No, just say your order.
Hold on. Are these your office workers?
Yes, say your order.
Make sure this office worker isn't trying to fight me right
Say your order. Just say your order.
Eventually, staff members had to step in and pull Steven away. By the end, the entire situation turned into a genuinely humiliating moment for him. And just a quick look at the like to dislike ratio was enough to show how viewers felt about it. Truly disgusting that the show hosts let this happen. Completely unprofessional. This is the most annoying interview I've seen in a long time. And looking back, it's quite obvious who walked away looking better. As always, it's your boy Luesta, live from Lu Extras, and I want to thank y'all for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.